हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू माय चैनल ओमनी ज्ञान। चैनल ओमनी ज्ञान में आप सब लोगों को बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। सो इन द प्रीवियस वीडियो आई हैड made some 25 exercises. I have solved some 25 practice sheets for all of you. That was from direct to indirect, right? That was from direct to indirect. Now in this particular video, आज की वीडियो में जो है, in this particular video we will do उल्टा, that is from indirect to direct. ठीक है, as you have already seen the title of the video also, it will be from indirect to direct. ठीक है, तो इसका भी जो है here also rules are little different and exercise patterns are different, so we will solve. This is my name. I hope all of you are familiar by now. Okay, so indirect टू डायरेक्ट स्पीच. ओके, अभी हम डायरेक्ट स्पीच में कन्वर्ट करते हैं. मतलब व्हेन वी से डायरेक्ट स्पीच, जब हम डायरेक्ट स्पीच कहते हैं, इसका मतलब है यू हैव टू पुट इन्वर्टेड कॉमास, बिकॉज डायरेक्ट स्पीच मीन्स इट इज अ डायलॉग. It is a speech, it is a dialogue, and dialogue is always in double inverted commas. Okay, it is in double inverted commas. So pay full attention to the video. It's not going to be very long, but please go through the video very nicely. Okay, here it is. Let's see number one. I say that this is in indirect speech. ठीक है, without inverted commas is indirect speech. There are no inverted commas. So you can, whenever you are asked in the exam, whenever you are given any exercise in the exam, if the question does not have any if the question does not have any inverted commas, then it is in indirect speech. Okay, no inverted commas. No inverted commas means it is indirect speech. Indirect speech. And inverted commas means direct speech. So this is direct speech. DIR I have written in short. Okay, these are direct speeches. All right. Okay. Now let us say number one. So I said that I was speaking the truth, right? Now what will be the answer in the direct speech? As I told you, now in direct speech you will have to put commas and inverted commas and make it a form of a dialogue. आपको इसको एक dialogue में convert करना होगा. सबसे पहले यहाँ पे भी you see here also you find out this speaker first. Who is the speaker? I said. That means I is the speaker here. I यहाँ पे speaker है. And if you look at the sentence, there is no mention of listener. Okay, I said that I was speaking the truth. Say to whom? That whom is absent here. So there is no listener here. So listener is missing in this sentence. So आप सबसे पहले जो है speaker and listener you try to figure out. सबसे पहले आप speaker और listener को ढूंढ लीजिए. तो listener is missing from here. Okay, so our only concern is with the speaker. So I said that I was speaking the truth. अब आपको ये inverted commas में डालना होगा. And remember, because it is a dialogue, that means you will have to change the past into present tense. आपको इसको एक present form में, एक present tense में इसको आपको convert करना है. इतना आपको याद रखना है. ठीक है, dialogue will be always in present form. आपको उसको present situation में लाना है. You have to bring it in a present situation, as if you are the person who is speaking. You have to imagine as if you are the person who is speaking. So you will have to use all personal pronouns. All personal pronouns. तो personal pronoun जो है वो I है, it is we, it is us, it is our, है ना? I, we, us, our. And if you are speaking to somebody, it will be you. No more he, she, it, they. Okay, those will be in where you are writing, converting a sentence into indirect speech. तब जाके आप he, she, it, they लगा सकते हैं. बट यहाँ पे you have to use all the personal pronouns. Remember all this. ठीक है, इतना आप देख लीजिए. Let us now solve. You see. So I say that I am speaking the truth. So was आपने am में बदल दिया. See, in the last video we saw that is, am, are changes into was or were according to singular or plural. तो because I is singular, ठीक है, तो was will be converted into am. बस इसका उल्टा कर दिया. Just do the reverse. इसका आप रिवर्स कर दीजिए. अगर was where है, if there is was where, then you make it into is, am or are, whichever is applicable. So here, because there is I personal pronoun, you have to use am. ठीक है. तो what is the system? Okay, I am just clearing the board here. Okay, you can note these things down, okay, by pausing the video. Okay, so see here, I said, so it will always be said. I said, comma, begin with inverted commas. I will be in capital letter. Always remember, inside the inverted comma, the first letter of the alphabet that you write will be always in capital. Will be always in capital. Okay, so I said, comma, inverted comma start. I am speaking the truth. Was you convert into am, all present tense. I am speaking the truth. Full stop. After that, inverted commas close. Not inverted commas close, then full stop. First you put the full stop, then you close the inverted commas. पहले आप full stop लगाएंगे, उसके बाद आप inverted commas close कर देंगे. ठीक है. तो दरवाजा अगर आप खोलते हैं, I always tell my students, when you open door, you have to close the door also. Otherwise thief will enter and take away all your things. ठीक है. दरवाजा खोलते हैं तो उसको बंद भी कीजिए, खुला मत रखिए. Many students forget to close it with the double inverted commas, and what happens, they only put a full stop. So examiner may cut half marks there. So out of 1 mark, if half is gone, what remains? Nothing remains. उससे आपका क्या फायदा होगा? तो आपको एक में से एक ही मिलना चाहिए. You must score 1 out of 1 in each sentence. Number 2, Rajni says that she is burning the midnight oil. Up, because here there was I, that is why this I was there, because it is I and there is no speaker, so I am speaking only. Okay, I am speaking about myself, so both I. But here you see there is another girl's name. Rajni says that she, Rajni, she refers to Rajni, ठीक है, is burning the midnight oil. Full stop. Direct speech. Rajni says. Now here you have put said, but here you have put says. Why? Because if any sentence is in present tense, you have to maintain the present tense only. इसको आप ध्यान में रखिए. यहाँ पे आप said लगाएंगे, wrong हो जाएगा. If you put said here, then your sentence will be incorrect. Okay, if there is says here, you have to put says. You have to keep the keep the tense in continuation. But here, if there is said, then you have to put said here also. ठीक है. लेकिन अगर says है तो यहाँ पे भी आप says ही लगाइए. You put says here. Okay, so Rajni says, comma, and then inverted commas. Now you see, you cannot write she here because you have to assume. देखिए direct speech में क्या होता है? In direct speech, you have to assume that you are actually Rajni is you. So here, when I am solving the sentence, I have to assume that I am actually Rajni. So I have to speak from the first person perspective. मुझे first person perspective के हिसाब से मुझे जो है sentence को frame करना है. जैसे I just told you that you have to use I, we, us, are, और अगर second person हो गया तो we have to put you, your. Okay, ऐसा ये आप ध्यान में रखें. Just keep this thing in mind. तो यहाँ पे you have to assume that Rajni is one girl and I am Rajni. तो when you're converting to direct speech, मैं रजनी हूँ तो मैं I ही लगाऊंगा. You have to assume that this is my speech. So I am assuming Rajni is nobody but I am Rajni. Okay, so I am, I के बाद तो am ही लगेगा. Again convert into present tense. I am burning the midnight oil. Full stop, and after that inverted commas closed. You're getting the point? Okay, let us go on solving. There are plenty of exercises here. Now, the teacher said that the earth rotates around its axis. This is a maxim. The earth rotates around its axis. So here the sentence is in present tense. It is not rotated, it is rotates. So it is in present tense. As I told you that maxim sentences remain in present tense only. Their tenses do not change. तो यहाँ पे present tense है, यहाँ पे तो present tense होगा. It will be present tense here also. Okay, तो यहाँ पे आंसर किस तरीके से लिखा? How is the answer written here? Direct speech. The teacher said. Now here you need not use any personal pronoun because we are talking about the earth here. Okay, there are no human beings involved, so there is no problem. So you can use the word the earth only. The teacher said, comma, and then inverted comma start. The earth rotates, it will remain as it is because it is a maxim. Tense will not change. The earth rotates around its axis. Full stop and then inverted commas closed. ठीक है? Is that clear to all of you? Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Okay. Rakesh, number 4. Rakesh told me that he played hockey the previous day. How we will write the direct speech? Rakesh said to me. आपको हमेशा said ही लगाना है. You will always have to put said only and nothing else. So Rakesh said, again now you have to put a to also, because why? Because in the earlier exercises if you see there are no listener. ओके यहाँ पे कोई लिसनर नहीं है, बट यहाँ पे लिसनर है. राकेश टोल्ड मी, सो राकेश इज द स्पीकर. राकेश इज द स्पीकर एंड हु इज द लिसनर? मी इज द लिसनर हियर, है ना. किसी ने किसी को तो कहा लिसनर, राइट. तो अगर लिसनर रहता है, इफ देयर इज अ लिसनर मेंशन्ड इन द सेंटेंस, देन राकेश सेड एंड देन यू हैव टू यूज अ टू. राकेश सेड टू मी, कॉमा, इन्वर्टेड कॉमा, स्टार्ट. Now again you have to assume now that Rakesh is actually, I am Rakesh and I am speaking. So how will you speak? I always use the personal pronoun because this is the speech by Rakesh. Okay, so how would Rakesh say you? If you would have been Rakesh, अगर आप राकेश होते तो आप किस तरीके से बात करते? आप अपने बारे में कह रहे हैं ना, I played hockey. ठीक है, तो you have to assume that the speaker is you. So here in this case I am Rakesh, so I will use I. So I played hockey. अब यहाँ पे yesterday क्यों आ गया? Why yesterday? The previous day changes into yesterday. The previous day ना, पिछला दिन, तो yesterday. Okay. The following day will be tomorrow. The following day will be tomorrow. That day will be today. इस चीज का आप ध्यान रखिए. इट इज देयर इन योर ग्रामर बुक ऑल्सो. प्लीज स्टडी द ग्रामर बुक्स ऑल्सो. वो चार्ट आप देख लीजिए आपके ग्रामर बुक में. ओके, फंक्शनल इंग्लिश ग्रामर एंड कॉम्पोजिशन. ओके, नंबर 5 देखते हैं अभी हम. नंबर 5, ही आस्क्ड हर इफ शी वांटेड टू गो होम. नाउ दिस इज, देयर इज इफ हियर. इफ इज used, if this conjunction if is used when it is an interrogative sentence, and that interrogative sentence should begin with an auxiliary verb. वो interrogative sentence, it is important, it is necessary, it is mandatory that it should begin with an auxiliary verb. ठीक है, तो किस तरीके से मैंने सेंटेंस को लिखा? How did I frame the sentence? You see, there is a speaker who is he, there is a listener who is her. And look at this thing. How will you understand that whether it is an interrogative sentence or not? First of all, look at the word asked. If the word asked is there in the question, then it is definitely an interrogative sentence. Then there are two kinds of interrogative sentence. Pehla kind, first kind is what? When it starts, when the question starts with an auxiliary verb. मैंने आपको समझाया था, आप डिटेल में उस चीज को देख लीजिए. auxiliary verb, will, have, do, did. With these words, when you frame a question, okay, then you have to use the conjunction if. So the first hint whether it is an interrogative sentence or not, पहला hint क्या है कि asked word है, तो it will be interrogative. Now, which interrogative? That interrogative where the question is asked with an auxiliary verb, or is it that interrogative where the question is asked with an interrogative word like when, what, why, whose, whom? तो उस चीज के लिए आपको ये कंजंक्शन देखना होगा. यू हैव टू सी द कंजंक्शन. इफ इट इज इफ, देन डेफिनेटली यू हैव टू बिगिन विद एन एप्रोप्रिएट ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब. जैसे इस केस में क्या हुआ? व्हाट हैपेंड इन दिस केस? यू सी, एवरीवेयर यू हैव टू यूज सेड ओनली. तो ही सेड, टू इज मैंडेटरी. टू whom? टू हर. तो ही सेड टू हर. दिस पार्ट इज कंप्लीट. ये पार्ट आपका हो गया. ही सेड टू, ही आस्क्ड हर विल कन्वर्ट इनटू ही सेड टू हर. देन बिगिन विद अ कॉमा एंड इन्वर्टेड कॉमा. Now, if she wanted to go home, say this he is, actually I am this he. So if I want to ask somebody that whether that person wants to go home or not, how will I ask that person? Direct आप कैसे पूछेंगे उस बंदे से? Do you want to go home? है ना? Say this he. ये जो he है, it is actually I am this he. ये मैं हूं. मैंने आपको कहा ना, हर स्पीकर आप खुद है. एवरी स्पीकर इज यू ओनली. So you have to write in that way only. आपको उसी तरीके से लिखना होगा. Every speaker is actually me. You always think when you go to the exam and write, when you are converting from indirect to direct speech, अगर आपको direct speech लिखना है तो आप हमेशा हर स्पीकर को आप खुद अपने आप को समझिए. तब जो है डायलॉग आप अगर खुद वो स्पीकर है तो आपके सामने कोई बंदा खड़ा है, somebody standing in front of you, how will you talk to her? राइट, यू विल ऑलवेज से दैट, आप यू करके बोलेंगे उसको, है ना, यू योर. तो कैसे होगा ये? ही सेड टू हर, डू यू वांट टू गो होम? इफ शी वांटेड टू गो होम, चेंजेस इनटू डू यू वांट टू गो होम एंड देन पुट अ क्वेश्चन मार्क एंड देन यू क्लोज द इन्वर्टेड कॉमर्स. पहले आप पंक्चुएशन लगाएंगे, फुल स्टॉप या क्वेश्चन मार्क, उसके बाद अब इन्वर्टेड कॉमर्स. इन्वर्टेड कॉमर्स एट द एंड, दरवाजा आप अंत में बंद करेंगे. सब खत्म हो जाने के बाद यू क्लोज द डोर. ठीक है, आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग? नेक्स्ट, नंबर 6. देवेश asked me. Again, there is a speaker, there is a listener. Devesh and there is asked also. This is for interrogative. Devesh asked me. I made a mistake here by putting comma in inverted comma. Devesh asked me if the last bell had gone. ठीक है, तो आप खुद देवेश हैं. देवेश said to me this much. तो this part you already understood. Now ये देवेश कौन है? ये देवेश मैं हूं. I am the देवेश. ये देवेश मैं हूं. I am this देवेश. And this me is standing in front of me. ये जो me है ये मेरे पास खड़ा है. तो अगर मुझे इसे पूछना है कि क्या लास्ट बेल रिंग हो चुका है, क्या लास्ट बेल चला गया, मतलब रिंग हुआ क्या लास्ट बेल, हाउ विल आई आस्क? हैड, ये प्रेजेंट टेंस में बदलेगा, ये हो जाएगा हैज. नाउ यू आस्क क्वेश्चन, दिस इज एन ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब. नाउ change this auxiliary verb into present. So had is in past. If you are changing past to present, it becomes has, and you have to ask question with has. आप has जो एक auxiliary है, has is an auxiliary verb. You will have to ask question with this has. देखिए how it happened, comma inverted commas. Has the last bell gone? See, you are framing the question in this way. Without auxiliary verb, you cannot frame the question, and this auxiliary verb is already given here. And if you do not find any auxiliary verb in the sentence, then you begin with do. There is no auxiliary verb here. आप इस sentence में देख लीजिए, only one principal verb. Wanted is a principal verb. Only one verb is there, and that is also principal. You cannot ask question with one. You need an auxiliary verb. आपको एक auxiliary verb चाहिए क्वेश्चन करने के लिए. आप प्रिंसिपल या मेन वर्ब या एक्शन वर्ब से आप क्वेश्चन नहीं कर सकते. जैसे यहाँ पे गॉन है, गो वेंट गॉन, ये एक एक्शन वर्ब है. एक्शन वर्ब से आप कभी भी क्वेश्चन नहीं कर सकते. यू कैन नेवर आस्क क्वेश्चन विद एन एक्शन वर्ब. यू नीड एन ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब. आपको एक ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब का हेल्प चाहिए. यू नीड द हेल्प ऑफ एन ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब टू आस्क क्वेश्चन. और ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी है, विच इज हैड. ये हैड, दिस हैड इज इन पास्ट टेंस. यू चेंज इट इनटू प्रेजेंट टेंस, which becomes has. Now bring it in front. इसको आप सबसे पहले लेके आइए और क्वेश्चन कीजिए. अभी automatically the flow of sentence will come. Has the last bell gone? I am asking somebody. Has the last bell gone? Question mark, inverted commas closed. ठीक है, इस चीज का ध्यान रखिए आप. Keep this thing in mind. You will never make mistakes. Then there is one more sentence which is now a little different. You ask us who taught us English. So this you, आप confused मत होइए, ठीक है, don't be confused. This you is actually I am this you. ये you मैं हूँ. I am this you. And I am asking somebody else. आपको इस हिसाब से लेना होगा that I am asking now somebody else. So when I am asking somebody else, I have to use you. या तो you या तो your. अगर मैं किसी को पूछ रहा हूँ, if I am asking somebody, तो now you see, you asked us who taught us English. You said to us. ये पार्ट तो क्लियर है आपको. एवरीवेयर यू हैव टू पुट सेड बिकॉज ए एस के ई डी है. अगर यहाँ पे ए एस के एस होता, इफ देयर वुड हैव बीन ए एस के एस, देन आपको यहाँ पे एस ए वाई एस लिखना है. यू मस्ट राइट एस ए वाई एस. से इज हियर बिकॉज दिस इज ऑल्सो प्रेजेंट, दिस इज ऑल्सो प्रेजेंट टेंस. इसका ख्याल रखिए. बट हियर बिकॉज ए एस के डी इज आस्क्ड इज पास्ट, So SAID said is appropriate here. See, okay, so you said to us, comma, inverted comma, star, who teaches you English. Okay, so who teaches you English? अब इसका मैं आपको समझा दूं. Let me explain this thing to here. This who, whenever there is, and this who is an interrogative word. I just told you, who यहाँ पे interrogative word है, ये auxiliary verb नहीं है. Who यहाँ पे interrogative word है. This is not an auxiliary verb. Who, when, what, why, which, okay, whose, and how, how. These are interrogative words. ये कुछ ही interrogative words है. These are just few interrogative words. ठीक है? Now here when you have who, तो आप इसी से क्वेश्चन कर लीजिए. You already have the interrogative word here. You can ask question with this who only. So he said to us, comma, inverted comma, star, who teaches you English? Who taught us English? Who taught us English? Us changes into you. क्यों? Because ये जो speaker है, ये speaker है, ये listener है. This is the speaker. This is the listener. Speaker is I am the speaker. You have to assume. ये आपको assume करना है. ये आपको mind में घुसा लेना है that the speaker is I actually. So if I am telling somebody, अगर मैं किसी को कुछ पूछ रहा हूँगा तो मैं तो you से ही बात करूँगा ना. मैं तो us नहीं कहूँगा. मेरे सामने जैसे आप अपने मम्मी के पास गए, आपको खाना खाना है. डायरेक्ट स्पीच में आपको डायरेक्टली you have to tell your mother that you are hungry. How will you tell? You have to tell directly to your mother that you are hungry. Direct speech. How will you tell? He is hungry. What will you tell? I am hungry. Right or wrong? This is what I'm trying to explain you. You have to use first person pronoun. I, we, us, our. Okay. And then when there is a listener, then you have to use either you or your. I'm repeating this because many students make mistake in डायरेक्ट स्पीच में स्टूडेंट्स बहुत मिस्टेक करते हैं. इसीलिए मैं बार बार आपको रिपीट करके समझा रहा हूँ. आपको शायद थोड़ा बोर लग रहा होगा. यू माइट बी लिटिल बोर्ड ऑल्सो. दोज ऑफ यू नो इट्स वेरी गुड, बट दिस इज फॉर दोज हु आर लिटिल वीक इन ट्रांसफॉर्मिंग फ्रॉम डायरेक्ट टू इनडायरेक्ट. एंड हियर इन दिस पर्टिकुलर वीडियो टुडे, this is from indirect to direct. So those who are little weak, this is for you actually. Okay. Number 8. Anil asked his sister. So again we have speaker and his sister is the listener. So Anil asked his sister how her exam was. So this how is the interrogative word. So we already have the interrogative word now, and we can ask question with this word only. है ना? We can ask question with this word only. So same pattern because ASKED past tense. So SAID past tense. So Anil said to his sister. I'm sorry, it will be his sister. Anil said to his sister, comma, inverted comma, start. You have to begin with comma, inverted comma, start. And okay, one thing, let me repeat again. W will be capital. Inside the inverted, when you begin with the inverted comma, the first letter of the alphabet, W, capital. How, H, capital. Remember this, okay? Here also, let me just show you. I'll come to the sentence. Prepare, P, capital, always. The first letter of the alphabet within the inverted commas. Okay, so now you ask question. Now you are Anil. I am Anil here. मैंने अभी आपको कहा. I just explain you that you have to assume that you are the speaker, and you are telling your sister. If you directly tell your sister, what will you tell? How was her exam? Your sister is standing in front of you, and you are telling her, how was her exam? Never. How will you tell? How is your exam? तुम्हारा एग्जाम कैसा गया? Direct speech. It's a direct dialogue. So how? Present tense. Was will change into is. How is your exam? Question mark, inverted commas closed. Okay. Here, who teaches you English? Question mark. After that, inverted commas closed. ठीक है? Next sentence. My mother ordered me to prepare a cup of tea for her. अभी यहाँ पे बहुत सारे pronouns है. There are so many pronouns here. Don't be confused. Go on relating the pronouns either with the speaker or the listener. कुछ प्रोनाउन स्पीकर को इंडिकेट करेगा, कुछ प्रोनाउन जो है वो लिसनर को इंडिकेट करेगा. आप बस उसका ध्यान रखिए. जस्ट कीप बी अलर्ट विद दैट थिंग ओनली. ओके, लेट अस सॉल्व. सी, सो ऑर्डर्ड वर्ड इज हियर. This means this is an imperative sentence. This is an imperative sentence. Order, request, warning, proposal, prohibition. Okay, these are all imperative sentences. तो मदर ने ऑर्डर किया मुझको. मुझको मतलब यहाँ पे मदर, माई मदर मीन्स आई एम द स्पीकर. तो आई हैव टू अज्यूम दैट आई एम द मदर. अब मदर जो है सन को डायरेक्टली क्या कहेगा? तो माई मदर ऑर्डर्ड मी. सो हियर सेम, माई मदर सेड टू मी, कॉमा, इन्वर्टेड कॉमा स्टार्ट. टू विल बी कैंसल्ड. यहाँ पे आप टू कैंसिल कर दीजिए. नेक्स्ट, यहाँ से यहाँ तक जो है आप उसको एज इट इज लिख सकते हैं, बट यहाँ पे देखिए, सी हियर, प्रिपेयर अ कप ऑफ टी फॉर हर. नाउ यू आर द मदर. इफ यू टेल योर son, or if you're telling somebody that you bring a cup of tea for her, मैं अगर खुद कहता हूं तो मैं क्या हर कहूंगा? अपने आप को क्या कहूंगा? प्रिपेयर अ टी फॉर मी, बिकॉज आई एम द स्पीकर. प्रिपेयर अ कप ऑफ टी फॉर मी बिकॉज आई एम द स्पीकर. नो, यू हैव टू अज्यूम दैट माई मदर मीन्स आई एम द स्पीकर. ठीक है, हर वो स्पीकर, ये स्पीकर है, ये लिसनर है. स्पीकर आप खुद को अज्यूम कर लीजिए. व्हेन यू सिटिंग एंड राइटिंग इन द एग्जाम, यू अज्यूम दैट दिस स्पीकर इज यू. तो आई, यू, मी, माई सेल्फ, इन चीजों का, हर पर्सनल प्रोनाउन का आप याद रखिए. जस्ट आप पर्सनल प्रोनाउंस को ध्यान में रखिए एंड रीड लिटिल अबाउट पर्सनल प्रोनाउंस. ये पर्सनल प्रोनाउंस है क्या, एंड यू हैव टू यूज फर्स्ट एंड सेकेंड पर्सन. इतना मैं आपको बता दूं, यू हैव टू यूज फर्स्ट एंड सेकेंड पर्सन. तो आप थोड़ा फर्स्ट एंड सेकेंड पर्सन प्रोनाउन का थोड़ा आइडिया लेके चाहिए. मेक अ लिस्ट, प्रिपेयर अ लिस्ट. फर्स्ट पर्सन प्रोनाउन सिंगुलर एंड प्लूरल, सेकेंड पर्सन प्रोनाउन सिंगुलर एंड प्लूरल. यू मेक अ लिस्ट, यू मेक अ चार्ट एंड पेस्ट इट ऑन योर वॉल. उस हिसाब से आप प्रैक्टिस कीजिए घर पे बैठ के. ठीक है, so put up full stop and then after that an inverted comma. So prepare a cup of tea for me. You're telling that person directly, prepare a cup of tea for me. You'll never tell prepare a cup of tea for her. I am the speaker, no, I cannot tell her. Next, Mohan advised me to take a morning walk daily. Okay, so again imperative sentence advice. So same, Mohan said to me, because ed is there, past tense, so said you can write. Mohan said to me, take a morning walk daily. Now this is speaker, this is listener, me is listener, because Mohan advised me, so Mohan is telling me. Speaker is who? I am the speaker. Now I am telling somebody what? Directly, comma, inverted comma, start. Take a morning walk daily. I am the speaker, I am speaking directly. Take a morning walk daily. Two will be cancelled. टू को आप यहाँ से कैंसिल कर दीजिए. फुल स्टॉप, इन्वर्टेड कॉमास क्लोज. हर जगह आपको you have to close it with the inverted commas. After full stop, inverted commas. Okay, number 11. Okay, now look at this sentence here. Tom requested Donald to lend him his pen that day. Okay, this sentence is little technical actually. Why the word requested is here? यहाँ पे requested word है, तो यहाँ पे आपको you have to use an extra word here. I'll come to that. So first of all, who is the speaker? Speaker is Tom. Who is the listener? Tom requested Donald, so Donald is the listener here. ठीक है. Now you must assume that you are the speaker. तो मैं यहाँ पे speaker हूँ. Okay, because I am explaining you, so I have to assume now that this Tom is actually I. When you are writing exam, you have to assume that this Tom is you, or whatever name is there. Okay, it can be a pronoun also. You have to assume that the speaker is you. So you have to speak in first person from first person perspective. आपको first person के हिसाब से आपको उस तरीके से pronoun लगाना है. तो किस तरीके से होगा देखिए. Tom said to Donald, because requested ed, past tense, so same past tense. Tom requested, Tom said to Donald, comma, inverted commas. Now because the word requested is here, you will have to use the word please. Requested. Now you have to keep in mind two things: requested and the word begged off. Begged off. Okay, you will have to use the word please or kindly. You use the word please only. आप सब लोग please word ही use कीजिए. Kindly no need to put. Okay, so requested or begged off. For these two words, you have to use the word please. This is an extra word. Please. Lend him. Him यहाँ पे किसको रेफर कर रहा है? Him is Tom. And I am assuming that I am Tom, so I am telling Donald to lend me. Lend me his pen. Whose pen? Donald's pen. So Donald is standing in front of me. So I am telling, please lend me your pen. Your pen. That day will be converted into today. Like today will be converted into that day from direct to indirect speech. And here, indirect speech to direct speech, you have to convert that day into today. So Tom said to Donald, comma inverted comma start, please lend me your pen. So Donald, this fellow Donald is standing in front of me. डोनाल्ड जो है मेरे सामने खड़ा है, मैं टॉम हूँ, आई एम टॉम, एंड आई एम टेलिंग डोनाल्ड प्लीज लेंड मी योर पेन. सो दीज प्रोनाउंस हिम, okay, to lend him is referring to the speaker, his is referring to the listener. So speaker is, I am the speaker, so I am putting me, and his is referring to the listener. So for the listener, because listener is standing in front of me, I am telling the listener your pen. ठीक है, यू हैव टू कन्वर्ट द प्रोनाउंस अकॉर्डिंगली, नहीं तो मिस्टेक हो जाएगा फिर. ठीक है, इस चीज का आप बारीकी से ध्यान रखें. प्लीज कीप माइन्यूट understanding of these things. Okay, number 12, the students proposed to their teacher that they should go for an outing. Now there are two things to note down here. First of all, the word proposed is here. Second of all, the word that they should is here. That they should is here. These two things should be kept in mind. Why? Because there is a specific pattern in writing the sentence, or specific pattern of writing the sentence. एक pattern है, उस pattern को आपको ध्यान में रखना है. You have to keep that pattern in your mind. We have solved those, and please go through my video where I've explained the direct and indirect speech and indirect to direct speech completely with rules. पूरे रूल्स के साथ मैंने समझाया, वो वीडियोस आप देखिए. These are just practice sheets. Here I'm not talking much about rules, but you watch those videos where I have explained rules. So you will see that on in the thumbnail itself. आप जब पिक्चर देखते हैं ना कि कोई भी वीडियो आता है, जब you see the picture or thumbnail, in the thumbnail itself it is written rules and examples. Rules and examples. You watch those videos very nicely. ठीक है, देन यू विल गेट अ वेरी डीपर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. तब आपको बहुत एक डीपर अंडरस्टैंडिंग मिलेगा. तो यहाँ पे क्या है, proposed will be changed into said only as usual. So the students said to their teacher. यहाँ पे to लगाना जरूरी है. When the word proposed is there, you should put to. Note it down. This is important. When the word proposed is there, you have to put to. And here also, when the word said is there, you have to put to. ठीक है, तो the student said to their teacher is their teacher only. यहाँ तक तो ठीक है. यहाँ तक whatever is here, you just put it down here. Just change whichever word is here, you have to change into said. इसका बस ख्याल रखिएगा. ठीक है. Now the student said to their teacher, comma inverted comma start. Now why did I tell you that they should has to be considered? Because that they should, this full thing you will have to delete. If there is the word that they should, this full thing you have to replace it with the word let. That they should will be replaced with the word let in the direct speech. So comma inverted comma start. That they should, you are removing completely, you are putting let, and then us. That they becomes us. Again you have to assume that you are the student. I am assuming here कि मैं ही student हूँ और I have my friends with me. मेरे पास जो है मेरे friends पीछे खड़े हैं. My friends are standing in front of me, and I am actually telling my teacher that let us go for an outing. Up because there is the word teacher here, you can put a comma and put sir here. आप एक कोमा लगा के यहाँ पे सर लगा सकते हैं. But here you won't find the word sir because the word teacher has been already mentioned. This is indirect speech. The word teacher has been mentioned here already. I have explained it to you. So the word sir, madam won't be here. ये sir और madam word यहाँ पे mention नहीं होगा. But when there will be a direct speech, जब direct speech होगा, then the word sir can be mentioned after a comma. Let us go for an outing, comma sir, full stop, inverted commas closed. ठीक है, you're understanding this thing? Okay, just understand the pattern of the sentence, then you see. So number 13. Father warned Sohan not to mix with bad boys. Okay, so warning again, this is imperative. So instead of warned, you're writing said. So father warned, father said to Sohan. Okay, this much is okay. Now, not to will change into don't. Don't will change into not to. Similarly, not to will change into don't. So don't mix with bad boys. So father is speaker, son is listener, and speaker is who? I am the speaker. I am telling Sohan. How will I directly tell someone? Direct, that is why it is direct speech. Why is the name direct speech given? Direct speech का मतलब ये है the speaker is speaking directly to the listener in direct words. पूरे direct word में वो कह रहा है. So I am telling directly to someone, don't mix with bad boys. So stop, inverted commas closed. ठीक है? Number 14. Only two more numbers left. Okay. The boy exclaimed in sorrow that his father was no more. Now you have to assume the boy as I am the boy. So I have to speak in first person perspective. So when there's a word sorrow here, this is exclamatory sentence. Exclaimed in sorrow means exclamatory sentence. See, we have covered all the kinds of sentences: assertive, interrogative, two interrogative types. We have completed imperative also. Okay, in the previous numbers also imperative we have completed. Now we come to the last kind of sentence, which is exclamatory. So exclaimed word is here. So when there's a word exclaimed in sorrow here, then you have to put the word alas. Agar exclaimed in joy, if there is the word joy here, exclaimed in joy, okay, let me write it separately here. If there is the word exclaimed in joy, then you will have to write which interjection? Hooray. You will have to write the interjection hooray. Alas is an interjection, right? Hooray is an interjection. Interjection, sudden expression of sorrow, joy, or wonder. It is called interjection. It is one of the 8 parts of speech. है ना, हमारे 8 parts of speech है. उन 8 parts of speech में से interjection is one. ठीक है? And interjection का meaning मैंने अभी बताया, sudden expression of joy, sorrow, or wonder. So when it is joy, you have to write hooray and put exclamation mark right after the interjection. So alas, you are putting why? Because it is sorrow. So comma, inverted comma start, alas, and then right after the interjection you are putting the exclamation mark, exclamation symbol यहाँ पे आप interjection के बाद ही लगाएंगे. Then my father, because I am the speaker, no, so I have to speak from first person perspective. So my father was will become is, because I am speaking directly present tense. My father is no more. Full stop, inverted commas closed. Okay, because you cannot put exclamation mark here again, you have already put it here. The rule says that you have to put exclamation after the interjection. You cannot put double exclamation after the sentence is over. One is already here. So full stop, inverted commas closed. But it won't be same in other sentences. Look at number 15 here. Number 15 पे आप ध्यान दीजिएगा. John exclaimed in wonder that the scenery was very beautiful. So John said, now he did not tell anybody. Now here speaker is, there is only one speaker. Here John is only one speaker, है ना? तो कोई listener यहाँ पे है नहीं. There is no listener here. So John said, comma, and then inverted comma start. Now this particular part you will have to change into an exclamation, as if you are like exclaiming. How do you do that? The scenery was very beautiful. Now you're exclaiming. Okay, you are John. I have to assume that I am John because I am the speaker. Now I see a very beautiful thing in front of me. मैं अपने आंखों के सामने एक बहुत ब्यूटीफुल चीज देखता हूँ, सीनरी देखता हूँ, और मैं एक्सक्लेम करता हूँ, हाउ ब्यूटीफुल द सीनरी इज. है ना, आप इस तरीके से एक्सक्लेम करेंगे ना. This is a normal, this is a simple expression. The scenery was very beautiful. But when you have to convert it into an expression, आप एक exclamation, एक expression में उसको convert कर रहे हैं, okay, then to your mood will be different. Generally we use say wow. You cannot use wow here. I'll tell you why. Wow is considered to be not very grammatical. Okay, the word wow is not considered to be very grammatical, not very formal. Okay, wow sounds little casual. That is why wow is not used. Okay, normal when you're writing a story on your own or something, you can use the word wow. That's okay, but in grammatical uses, ग्रामर की यूजेस में जो वाव ज़्यादा एक्सेप्टेबल नहीं है, तो आप वाव को अवॉइड कीजिए, कोई दिक्कत नहीं उसमें. यूज फॉर्मल वर्ड्स, हमेशा जो है फॉर्मल वर्ड्स लगाइए फॉर एग्जाम्स. ओके, जैसे डैड, मॉम, डोंट यूज दिस वर्ड्स. यूज मदर, फादर. Okay, I often see many write like if they have to like essay on my family, so they write I have mom, dad, bro, sis. Okay, don't avoid casual words, always use formal words. हमेशा formal words use कीजिए in your writings. Okay, when you're writing in school, I mean exam writing वगैरह जो है, ठीक. तो how you convert, you see how beautiful the scenery is. The scenery was very beautiful. The scenery was very beautiful. Now you change it into an exclamation. How beautiful the scenery is! Exclamation mark. Here exclamation mark will be used at the end and then inverted commas closed. Now remember, there are two ways to convert a sentence into an exclamatory sentence. A simple sentence into an exclamatory sentence. या तो आप how लगा के change कर सकते हैं, या I'm sorry, या तो आप what लगा के change कर सकते हैं. Either you can use a how or you can use a what and then change that sentence into exclamatory sentence. Now you cannot use what here. What beautiful the scenery is does not make any sense. How beautiful the scenery is makes sense. Now this very is actually how. ये जो very word है, this is actually how beautiful the scenery is. Normal means the scenery was very beautiful. Okay, so what also you can use, but you have to keep be very alert when to use what and when to use how. आपको कब what use करना है, आपको कब how use करना है, इसका आप जो है इसका आपको ध्यान रखना होगा. You have to keep this particular thing in mind and practice more and more exercises. And for that only I am telling you that please check out my videos where I've explained in detail, including rules and examples. If for every rule I have put an example. You watch those videos. I'll be providing the playlist in the description box. Go grammar and composition playlist. You can go and check that out. That is for class 9 till class 12. That grammar and composition playlist is for class 9 till class 12. Go and check that out there. Next thing, I will be providing one video in the I button where you can just go and check that out, and the rest of the videos you can just search it from the playlist. Okay, and thumbnail also I'll be putting one or two samples there. You can just click there and get the other videos also from my channel. Okay, so I hope all of you have understood this. Not very difficult actually, right? So if you have any doubts still, you can comment me in the comment section. Okay, and again subscribe to the channel, like and share my videos. Let me again share one more thing with all of you, that I am there on Instagram also. I'm there on Instagram, I'm there on Facebook. Okay, you can connect me there also. And one more thing is that I am there, I have now this website also where you can access to your notes. Okay, class 12, I have not uploaded any notes for class 12 right now on the website. It will come slowly, but for class 9 and 10 you can find notes for classes 9 and 10 on my website omnigyan.blogspot.com. I'll be providing the link in the description. You can just go and please follow the website. Subscribe to the channel also, and you can go and follow the website omnigyan.blogspot.com. मैं डिस्क्रिप्शन में डाल दूंगा, आप लोग जाके चेक कर लीजिएगा. ठीक है, यू कैन एक्सेस टू द नोट्स. आई हैव अपलोडेड मेनी नोट्स, अराउंड 19 नोट्स आई हैव अपलोडेड फॉर 9 and 10. आप लोग जाके चेक कर लीजिए. मैं और भी नोट्स अपलोड कर रहा हूँ धीरे धीरे. इसमें टाइम लगता है थोड़ा, इट्स अ टाइम कंज्यूमिंग प्रोसेस एक्चुअली. वहाँ पे जाके जो है आप देख लीजिए आपके हिसाब से कौन कौन से नोट्स आपको चाहिए. ओके, नाउ आई had already made this request to the students. One more time I would like to make this request to the students once again. मैं फिर से एक रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूँगा स्टूडेंट्स को, that actually what is happening is that many students are sending me messages even on Instagram also, and they are like providing me questions. Okay, and they're telling me to solve all the questions and prepare answers for them and send them. Now you can imagine there are around 4,700 subscribers and counting. If regularly if I receive 50-60 such messages, okay, if I receive 50-60 such messages, it is very difficult for me to provide questions and answers. आप समझ सकते हैं? I think you can understand. Okay. And beside my YouTube channel, I am also a teacher. As all of you know that I'm also a teacher. I have my school duty also. Moreover, exams are going on. I have plenty of paper checking, school works, etc., etc. So you see that. Please don't tell me to provide you answers. Don't. I hope the students won't mind, but don't tell me to provide you answers. I have already provided all the explanations to all of you. I have provided all the explanations to all of you, especially class 10. I have provided all the explanations to all of you, okay, on my channel. I am now providing you notes also. Slowly it's going on. You study those things very nicely, and you can make the answers on your own also. Short questions and answers, you can make it on your own also. Okay, sometimes I see comments also where students are asking me, like they're putting questions and telling me to solve the answers. Now you just imagine there are so many students who keep on sending questions every day. It is not practically possible to attend to everybody individually. सबको जो है अलग अलग से अटेंड करना. कभी से फॉर एग्जांपल कभी एक स्टूडेंट ने मुझे 5 क्वेश्चन दिया कि सर इसका आंसर आप निकाल दीजिए, प्लीज फाइंड दिस आंसर्स फॉर मी. 5 questions are there, please find these answers for me. The very next day another student, he also gives me some 3 questions and tells me, sir, please find these answers for me. So it keeps on regularly, keeps on happening regularly. ये रोज ये चीज हो रहा है. और मैं टाइम पे जो हूँ, कभी कभी आई हैड ट्राइड टू हेल्प एक्चुअली इन द बिगिनिंग व्हेन मैसेजेस यूज्ड टू बी देयर. जब मैसेजेस कम आते थे तब मैं उनको प्रोवाइड करता था पर्सनली. उनके मेल में भी मैंने भेजा है, सिलेबस भेजा है. आई हैड सेंट सिलेबस, question pattern, because I at that time I did not have any website, so I used to send them personally. I used to send them like that. Okay, but now you see that the number of subscribers are also increasing, and every day if I receive 40-50 questions from different students, and if all of you tell me to solve all the questions and send you the answers, you tell me, is it practically possible? See, the reason is that I'm already uploading all the videos on the channel. मैं सारे videos जो है channel में मैंने upload कर लिया. Line by line explanation I have made. There is the whole presentation. Say for example this one. Say this is a video on any English prose or poetry. I have explained you in this way. मैं धीरे धीरे इस तरीके से जो है line by line I have explained you. Now I am providing you notes also on my channel. So you should also depend on your hard work also, and you must try to make notes on your own from those explanations. And what you can do is that after making the notes, like what my students do, I never give them notes. मैं कभी उनको notes नहीं देता हूँ. I never give them notes. Rather मैं उनको क्या करता हूँ, I give them questions. They solve the questions, and what they do is that वो मुझे फिर स्कूल में लेके आते हैं. They give me their papers, I check it. ठीक है. So you can do the same thing. You can solve all the answers by your own. Get help from your teacher. आप अपने टीचर को जाइए, उनको बोलिए, वो मना नहीं करेंगे. They will not refuse. You go to them, you tell your teacher that, sir or madam, I have made these questions, okay, and please, I have made these answers, so please check my answers. But definitely आपको help करेंगे. They will definitely help you. So in this way, what will happen? You will learn English also. You will learn how to frame sentences also. आप sentence कैसे frame करते हैं वो भी आपको पता चल जाएगा. Otherwise, when you will go to higher classes, there will be no one to help you. You'll remain weak in English. Okay, so I would like to request students not to send me questions and tell me to solve the answers, क्योंकि मैं टाइम नहीं दे सकता सबके लिए जो है sending 40-50 answers every day. This is not practically possible, and I don't want to hurt you actually by not giving you answers. जैसे मुझे भेजे थे बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स ने मुझे ऐसे क्वेश्चंस भेजे स्क्रीनशॉट करके करके. Maybe they were given those questions from the school, so the video is getting little long. Okay, but if you wish to skip, you may skip, but I'm just telling this for your this thing only, because I had to tell this. तो उनको जो है स्कूल से कुछ क्वेश्चन दे गए. They were given some questions. Now they send me those questions and they told me to provide them the answers, और ये regular basis पे हो रहा है, and it has been almost 2-3 weeks I have not been able to provide answer to those students. They keep reminding me, sir, answers, but I'm not getting time at all. There's no time to prepare the answers, and I don't want to prepare the answers, you know, in a hurry. There will be mistake, otherwise you'll write the same thing in the exam, and then you see there will be problem. Okay, so it is better that you watch those explanations again. I'm explaining in both Hindi and English. You watch those explanations again. Okay, फिर से आप वो explanations देखिए, नोट्स विजिट कीजिए मेरे वेबसाइट पे, उसके बाद यू मेक द नोट्स ऑन योर ओन एंड गिव योर टीचर फॉर चेकिंग. आप अपने टीचर को दीजिए उसको चेक करने के लिए. ये सबसे बेस्ट प्रोसेस होगा. इन दिस वे यू विल ऑल्सो लर्न, एंड देयर विल बी नो टीचर इन दिस वर्ल्ड हु विल रिफ्यूज टू चेक. कोई टीचर दुनिया का नहीं होगा जो चेक करने से रिफ्यूज कर देगा आपको, नो आई विल नॉट चेक. ओके, एवरी टीचर वांट्स देयर स्टूडेंट्स टू ग्रो, डेवलप, स्कोर बेटर इन एग्जाम्स. ठीक है, तो आप काइंडली जो है प्लीज डोंट टेक इट अदरवाइज. आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग यू माई प्रॉब्लम एज आई डोंट वांट टू हर्ट यू. ओके, so with that, let me take your leave for today. Okay, with love from Omni Gyan, and all the best to all of you. Thank you.